Hello, Soaring to Superstar, and welcome to day 15. Today we are talking about follow-up. So follow-up is key in great customer service, growing our customer base, getting recruits, building your team. Follow-up is everything and everything, because think about it. Now more than ever, people have so much going on. And think about the last time you wanted to buy something or wanted something. Maybe you went out and got it right away, or maybe you got distracted and then you're like, oh yeah, I was going to do that. Oh yeah, I was going to do that. And it just keeps getting pushed back. Well, that happens a lot. Think about it. If you didn't sell Scentsy and you didn't know where to get your Scentsy and you ran out, the amount of, I don't want to say energy, but it's kind of energy to find somebody on Consultant Locator, try to find a good consultant in your area, and all of these steps, right? You might get pulled away during that process. So what might you do? You might go down to one of those big box stores and just pick some of their icky wax off the shelf, because that's just easier. And we don't want that. So we want to make ordering easy for our customers. And one of the easiest ways we can make it is by reaching out to them and saying, hey, do you need any more? Or, hey, how are your light bulbs? Or, we have a new catalog. Would you like it? Those are 3 easy follow-up touch points. If you have been slacking on your follow-up and you're like, gosh, I don't even know where to start with that. No one is going to be upset if you reach out to them and say, hey, how are your light bulbs working on your Scentsy warmer? It will give them the opportunity to let you know, like, oh, they're working great. And then you can continue the conversation on from there about if they need wax. I mean, light bulbs are key to our Scentsy business, especially with the wax and warmers, because if they don't have light bulbs that are working, they're not going through their wax. So we want to keep those light bulbs stocked, even though they're a really low cost item. Get them their light bulbs so that they can go through their wax. And lots of people try to just go to the store and buy the store light bulbs that aren't strong enough, and then they don't know what's going on with their warmer. I don't know how many times that's happened to me where customers are like, my warmer's not working. And then I'm like, well, blah, blah, blah. And we troubleshoot it, and turns out they bought like a light bulb from Ace because that was easier. And now their wax isn't warming, right? Because it's not strong enough. So what happens is, as consultants, if we reach out to people and see if they need new light bulbs, see if they need new wax, not only are we providing great customer service and helping them form an attachment to us, which I'll touch on in a second, but we are also helping them have the best experience possible with Scentsy, which is what we want to continue to keep them as a customer and maybe move them from that customer spot to that consultant spot where they're like, wow, this company is great. These consultants are great. They care. I want to do it. All of these little steps are paramount in forming those bonds. So like I said, we want to also deliver great customer service and follow-up to help that customer have a bond with us. So we know that there are many consultants. We know that our customers can pick any consultant. They're not locked into one. We also know that there's going to be reasons that people pick one consultant over another, just like people choose one bank over another bank, or pick this gas station to stop at over this gas station to stop at. Competition is a good thing, and we're going to find the people who fit with us in all of these realms, right? But we can help enhance that by providing great customer service, building that relationship through follow-up. When you shop at Target, they don't call you in a month to say, hey, do you need more toilet paper delivered to your door? If they did, especially during the pandemic, we'd all be like, yes, please deliver it to our doors. But as Scentsy consultants, we can reach out to our customers. And I'm not going to say call, because I know lots of people don't call anymore. In fact, when my phone rings, I'm like, why don't you just text me? Or Marco. I love it when people Marco me, but talking on the phone, it's like, oh, right now I'm in the middle of something, or, it's hard to have those the convenient times always line up well, right? So give them a text and see. Thank them, first of all. That's your first follow-up touch point, thanking. And thanking is so, so, so important. Recently, I placed an order on somebody's website at random. This was for a different direct sales company. And I thought, this is going to make their day, because it always makes my day when I get a random website order. I mean, I didn't even know this girl. What happened was my friend posted on her timeline, and I saw it somehow and saw that she was a consultant for this company of something that I wanted. And so I thought, I'm going to make this person's happy day. I placed probably like a $50 order on her website, which isn't bad, right? No, thank you. Still have not heard from her. And I've had my product for probably 3 weeks. So no thank you on my order. No check-in to see if I got it. No check-in to see if I'm liking it. Guess who I am not buying from again? That consultant for that company. I will go find another consultant from another company, because here's my deal. If you are doing this, and maybe you're just doing it for a hobby or whatever else, like, you can still appreciate the people who are ordering from you. So we thank them right away. We follow up in 2 weeks to see if they're enjoying it. This is a great opportunity to say, this gives them a chance. Like, if their light bulb came broken, or they actually don't like that wax, or whatever, it gives you the opportunity to provide great customer service and make a customer for life. Because chances are, if somebody orders something and they're not super satisfied, they might not tell you. Because again, that energy that it takes to reach out to you to say, hey, my light bulb's broken, they might not be able to find space in their day to make that happen. But if you reach out to them and say, hey, how's everything going? How are you liking your stuff? And they say, oh my gosh, my light bulb's broken. Do you have one? And you swoop in and say, yep, I'll deliver it, or I'll get it in the mail, or whatever. You've just provided amazing customer service, and you bet your little Batuski they're probably going to be coming back to you when their wax runs out, or when their whatever runs out, right? So 2 days, thank you. 2 weeks, touch point, how's everything going? Are you liking it? Get a little feedback. We'll talk about the Amy app here in a minute. And then 2 months is when you ask for a reorder. So people should be going through their stuff at about that cycle, right? So just checking in, and if it's not then, find out when you can touch base again with them. But when you're creating these relationships like we're having you do by commenting on their Facebook posts, by reaching out on all these different steps, it makes it so that when you do ask for another order, it doesn't feel salesy. That's something that I hear a lot, right? It's something that you guys say a lot, something that I've said a lot. I don't want to sound salesy. No one wants to sound salesy. No one wants to be salesy. No one wants to be sold to. However, we have amazing products all around. The best products, the best warmers, the best wax, the best scent soaks, the best diffusers, the best oils. We have the best everything, right? So we can provide that to people. And when we develop those relationships and create those relationships, then it doesn't feel salesy. Then it just feels like, hey, friend, I need that. Like, I in fact don't want to be your Scentsy consultant. I want to be your friend who sells Scentsy. So you can get it from me, but I'm your friend first, right? And so it's developing those relationships, which comes from all these touch points. So we want you to have a strong follow-up system. Maybe you already have one. You can use a binder. We used to call it the binder method, where if you're a paper kind of person, you've got the order, you've got your 2-week folder, your 2-month folder, your 2-day folder, 2-week folder, 2-month folder, and you move those orders along through that binder as you're creating those things. And then maybe they go in a separate file spot where you're still following up with them, and 2 months after that, or new catalog, as the consultant, it's our job to kind of keep that customer in our flow. We can't expect them to just stay in there if we're not putting in the work and keeping them in there, right? So Amy, give me 1 second because I left my phone over here. Oh, so Amy is an app that you can pay for. I believe that you get a few months free when you first join, 3 maybe, but $7.99 a month, or you can pay for a whole year, and there's a savings. I think it's like $80 a year if you pay for the whole year. If you're going to be putting money into your business, which is important to do, this is a great thing to invest in. I love the convenience of it. I love how it does all of the work for me. I love that if I'm in line at the bank teller, or I've got 5 minutes while I'm watching the news, drinking coffee, I can knock out some of my Amy's. So that's harder to do kind of when you have that sort of binder system. So it's not a must to have, it's not a requirement, but it's something to consider working towards. And maybe your goal is to get your commission high enough that you can you get the Amy app for your business to continue to grow it. So anyway, it looks like this. It's this little pineapple, and I have 132 to-dos, which is not great, but that's okay. And then it has a whole, can you see the glare? It has all of these things. So connect with your customers, grow and support your team, re-engage past customers, strengthen your community, etc. And it, like I said, it links to your website sales. So if you go to connect with your customers, this one will say, this top one, see, it says, check in with Kaylee Kleinsasser to see how they're liking their recent order. So I'm going to click on that, and then it pulls up, her order is right here. View order. It shows me what she got. So when I follow up with her, I can say, how are you liking your scent packs? How are you liking your Highlander cow? Whatever. I didn't put her phone number in, which this is naughty. This is, it's really, really important to get all your customer information if you're going to use Amy, because it links to this. I am friends with her on Facebook. So normally what I would do in this instance is click on that, then just go over to Facebook and send her a quick Facebook message, which I'll do after this. But let's try another one. Okay. Check in with Kirsten. It also says how many orders they've had. So she's had 23 orders. She's a really good customer, you guys. Tried to recruit her many times. We'll keep offering, it's just not her time right now, right? But so I could view her order and see what she got. She got a bunch of bars, go back, and then it has text, email, call, address. So it'll put our address in there. So if you want to mail them a thank you, you can do it right from there. But I'm going to click text, and then it's going to auto-populate this template that says, hi, Kirsten, how are you liking your Scentsy goodies? Your Scentsy gal, Ariel. Now, we text a lot. So I'm not going to text her that because that would feel inauthentic. Like, I text her right away and told her, thank you. This was my last text to her. Thank you so much for your order. You really need to sign up and start making money back on yourself. LOL. And she said, OMG, you're welcome. I just had to stock up on my new favorite Vanilla Waves. So if I sent that kind of canned message, that wouldn't feel authentic. What I would probably do in this instance is delete it and just say, like, so what are your other favorite scents or something like that? Because I know she's a huge Scentsy fan. I'm not going to do that right now either, but that's how I would follow up with her in this instance. Let's try another one. Oh, here we go. Text. Oh my gosh. Okay. No. All of these are real difficult right now. Okay. Checking with her. Whatever. Have I done this one? All right, she's a good one to do. Anya. She got a bunch of bars. She got a bunch of winter bars. So this is just checking in on her. This also gives you the opportunity to, oopsie, if their order never came because maybe something happened with UPS or da-da-da-da-da, it gives you the opportunity to know that too, right? Because if you're reaching out and they should have it and they don't, they can tell you that. Also in Amy, there is a full settings thing where you can change those templates. So you can change them every single month. You can I don't know. It's just fabulous. If we want to do a separate Amy tutorial, comment on here when you're doing this, because I want to know. I mean, maybe you know it, use it, love it, and this is a waste of your time. But if you don't, if you're like, walk me step by step, Ariel, on the benefits of Amy, and I'm sure there's benefits I don't even know about because it's a really, really, really great app, let us know. We can do a screen share thing and kind of walk you through it. So anyway, maybe you use that for your follow-up system. Maybe you're just going back through your order history on your workstation, and you're going to go back 3 months and message everybody from that. Your homework from today is to follow up with 25 people. And if you're like, oh my gosh, Ariel, I don't even have 25 customers, you can follow up with people who you've maybe given a sample to, who you've maybe reached out to on your 5x5, who have commented on something on, if you posted something and they made a comment, you can follow up with them through that. So you're going to follow up with 25 people. You've got 1 week to do it, and then post in the comments your homework that you completed, your 25 people, and then yeah, and you're done. And let us know if you want to know more about Amy. Let us know how the follow-up goes. And remember, it's not always going to be a sale right at that time, but it's continuing to create those connections. Okay, happy following up.